Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Kyle Snyder once again, aka Clipton, and this time I'm doing a video that's somewhat different. It's not going to be on football, it's not going to be on video games or movies or anything of the sort. This is very serious and it has to do with what's going into effect next month law-wise, as well as in relation to Obamacare. I speak to you, of course, about the RFID chip implant that's going to be required by March 23rd, 2013. I do so because I have many concerns about it. There are three reasons why I am opposed to having an RFID chip implanted in my right hand or in my forehead. First and foremost, there have been cases in which this implant has caused cancerous tumors. It doesn't make sense for me to be required to put a chip into my body that would put me at risk of getting cancer. It doesn't make sense. You'd think with some cases being reported of cancerous tumors as a result of the RFID chip implant, you'd think that our legislators, that our congressmen, our senators, they would do something to pull out this law, but for some strange reason they have not. It doesn't make sense for a healthcare bill to require an implant that can cause cancer. That's a contradiction in itself. I don't see any health in putting your body at risk of getting cancer. The second reason I am opposed to the RFID chip implant is because they are very easy for hackers to steal your information on. The RFID chip not only contains your medical history, but it's also linked to your bank account. So in other words, if the hackers steal your information, you're pretty much bankrupt for the rest of your life. It is a serious risk. I take securing my information, my financial information, very, very seriously. I do not want anyone getting a hold of my information. And the way I go, the way I purchase stuff, I purchase with cash or prepaid gift cards. I don't use credit cards, I don't use checks, or any of that. It's just cash or prepaid gift cards. That's it. I don't see why the move to going cashless is a wise decision. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And finally, the third and most important reason as to why I am opposed to the RFID chip implant is because it is a blatant violation of our First Amendment rights. Okay? There are many religious people out there in America who feel that this is a violation of their freedom of religion. A lot of people believe that this is the mark of the beast. I believe that this very well could be the mark of the beast for many reasons. One, in Revelation chapter 14, it describes how the beast shall cause everyone to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that without it, no man or woman would be able to buy or sell. And the fact that this chip would be linked to our bank account is evidence that America would eventually go to cashless. There are others that are following suit. Canada, they've recently discontinued the print of physical money because they're eventually going to switch to going cashless. I have no doubt that America will make that same move within the next few years. And another reason why many people believe that this implant is the mark of the beast is because of the final verse in Revelation 14 where it says, "Here is wisdom, to count the number of the mark, for is the number of a man, and the number is 666, 666. There's proof that within the chip, that number exists. The first, the very middle, and the last part of the barcode within the chip all have the same number, 6. 666. Coincidence? I don't believe so. I believe that this is going to be a humongous blow to our constitutional rights. And it especially hurts me in particular because my ancestors have fought in the American Revolution. They shed their blood, their sweat, and their tears so that we as Americans could have our constitutional freedoms. So that we can have the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, that we'd have the right to bear arms, that we'd be protected from unwarranted searches, that we would be entitled to a fair trial, that we would be, that we wouldn't be subject to cruel and unusual punishments. How can our government take that away from us? How can they tell my ancestors, well, thanks for all that you've done for us, but you know what? We don't really want these rights anymore, so we're just going to take them away. So thanks, but no thanks. That's spitting in their faces, ladies and gentlemen. I can't fathom why our own government would blatantly disrespect and ignore the sacrifices that our forefathers, that our ancestors fought for. It hurts me very much that our constitutional rights are being taken away and infringed on a daily basis just like that. And I know that our members... I know I'm not the only one who's thinking that. I know I'm not the only American here whose ancestors have fought for and died for to protect our freedoms here in America. It's just, I don't understand why they do it. But to sum things up, I don't care what this law says. I am absolutely refusing to get an RFID chip implant when it is required by law because it is blatantly violating my First Amendment rights. We have to protect our constitutional rights. Our forefathers, our ancestors, our closest friends have fought for, have died, have shed their blood, their sweat, and their tears to protect our freedoms, to protect our rights, to protect our right to believe in whatever religion we want to believe in, to protect the cause of Christianity and all other religions that we have here in America. It's like, for all of you watching this video on YouTube that I am speaking, I want you to tell our congressmen, our senators, even all the way up to Barack Obama, that we will never, ever allow you to forcibly insert RFID chips into our bodies. We have our First Amendment rights, and we will never, ever surrender them. My religion, my rights, my Constitution, they are my life. If you take away my First Amendment rights, you are taking away my right to live. And I do not appreciate you spitting on me, taking a dump on me, whatever you want to call it. I don't appreciate you taking away my right to believe in my religion. I do not appreciate you wanting to take away my right to believe in Jesus Christ. I do not appreciate your right to tell me I have to have an implant in my body when it blatantly violates my First Amendment rights, when it goes against everything I believe in. Okay? Let me tell you this much. In this country, we go by the Constitution. Okay? We don't go by what a president says just because he thinks it's a good idea. We don't go by we don't go by surrender. We do not go by people wanting to take away our religious rights. We do not go by that. In this country, we go by the Constitution. That is what our forefathers did. The Constitution was inspired by God for our forefathers to write. It is the most sacred document in the history of the United States that we have. If you take away the Constitution from us, if you take away all the rights that it guarantees us, it is going to be amen for America. America is not going to exist anymore. It is going to be just like any other country in the world. I am glad that I have the right to believe in what I want to believe in. I don't appreciate anyone wanting to take away my right to believe in religion. I do not appreciate them. Yeah. I'm pretty much upset over this. It's like, long story short, I am refusing to take the RFID chip implant. And I encourage each and every one of you to do the same. Refuse to be implanted with an RFID chip or some patient registry device or whatever they want to call it. Don't take it. But anyways, I appreciate all of you watching this video. It's like, I am concerned for the safety of America. I am concerned for our constitutional rights. I am concerned for Christianity as a whole. Without our First Amendment, without our Second Amendment, without our constitutional rights, we're just like everyone else in the world. We have to protect our constitutional rights no matter what it takes. Thank you very much for watching this video, and God bless.